When it comes to cheating, I know that I have controversial opinions on everything. Hello wonderful creatures, I'm back again with another video. In case you don't know who I am, my name is B. I started my YouTube channel a little while ago. I'm here basically to educate people on the stuff that you should get taught in school, but you don't. I'm going to do a whole video on that at some point, but not today. Today I'm going to talk to you about cheating. I sat and planned this video probably for about 4 hours, and I came to the conclusion that I have so much to say on this topic that it's probably best if I make it sort of a mini series. So it's probably going to be about 5 videos long because I honestly have so much to say on the topic, and it breaks down into many different parts for me. So I'm going to talk to you about all aspects of it, but today we are only talking about physical cheating, so that's first, second, third, fourth base. I'm not talking about text messages, sending nudes, anything like that. I'm talking about full-blown physical act of cheating. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, especially in this situation. I'm trying to give you advice on what to do, and I'm trying to make you understand things a bit more so that you can make your own decision on it, but you can have a little bit more information on it. I realised quite a while ago that there are 3 sides to cheating. When you cheat on someone, when someone cheats on you, and when you are the person that someone cheats with, so you are the other person, your mistress or whatever. Today we're talking about when you cheat on someone, because I think this is the most important one to talk about for many different reasons, to be fair. I think society has given everybody a really warped perception of it, and I think that it's time that we sit down and talk about it. When it comes to cheating on someone, there are 2 different types of cheaters. You have premeditated cheaters and spontaneous cheaters. Premeditated is when you've literally thought about it. You've almost gone out of your way to do it. You've had many points in the events that lead up to you cheating on someone where you could have sat, self-reflected and thought and said to yourself, this isn't a good idea. There are plenty of other alternatives for me to fix this without doing this. Spontaneous cheaters is when, I hate to say this because I know that a lot of people don't accept this as a reason for someone cheating, or as an excuse, or as a scenario for someone cheating, but spontaneous cheating is when it does genuinely just happen, and I do believe that it can genuinely just happen. I don't think that everybody that's ever cheated in this world, on this planet, has always had the intention of cheating. You can go out and you can just meet someone and you can just feel a weird connection with them, and you can end up doing it. And I'm not saying that it's right. I want that to be very clear in this whole stream of video. At no point condoning it. I'm at no point saying that it's okay to do it, because there are so many other alternatives to cheating on someone that you should try at home. I am gonna defend cheaters slightly. I've personally been on all 3 sides of cheating. I've cheated on someone, I have been cheated on, and I have been the person that someone cheats with. No one's ever blameless when someone cheats, and I'm not talking about the person that cheats and the person that they cheat with. I mean in your 2-person relationship, when somebody cheats, there is fault on both sides, and I think it's so important that we all understand that. I can put my hands up now and say that in the scenario where I cheated, it was probably 80% me and 20% him. I was not happy in my relationship, and there were many occasions where we could have sorted it and tried to rectify it, and he didn't seem like he cared enough to try. So I felt very neglected, I felt very alone, and there just happened to be somebody that gave me the attention that I wanted from him, and it happened. If you only get one thing out of this video, please let it be that if somebody cheats on you, you need to take responsibility for your part in it. And I'm not saying blame yourself. The issue is when somebody cheats on you, you probably initially are very mad, and you're probably thinking why. And you don't ever think, why did they cheat? You always think, what did I do wrong. And it's not even necessarily that you did something wrong. You have probably at some point, in some way, contributed to the main event, we'll call it. If we go back to 18 months ago, when I cheated on my boyfriend at the time, we'll call him Simon for the sake of the video, I didn't feel wanted, I was very insecure, I wasn't happy. And I'm not trying to condone what I did, but at the same time, I no longer let people tell me that I'm a terrible person. I'm not ashamed of it anymore, I'm not embarrassed of it. I don't even really feel bad about it anymore, to be honest. it doesn't keep me up at night. I don't really think about it. It did completely destroy our relationship. However, we tried to be fine for a really long time and it didn't work out in the end. I made sure, probably not straight away, but within probably 3 months of it happening, I made sure that I made it clear that I wasn't taking full responsibility for what I did. I sat with him and I said to him, you need to take your share of the blame here, but I'm not going to sit here and be made to feel worthless and be made to feel like a terrible person, when really, this is probably the most important thing I'm ever going to say on YouTube. If you were happy, it wouldn't have happened. As much as we all like to blame the other person, we all like to blame cheaters, we all like to blame the people that they cheated with, you genuinely need to sit and think about it. Don't make yourself even more insecure than that person has already made you. I wouldn't think about it by yourself. I would sit down with them and say, what could have I done differently to have prevented this from happening? Because even if you guys don't stay together, you need to always think of past relationships as experiences and learning opportunities. You need to learn from your past relationships, and I learned a lot from that relationship. It's scary how much I learned from that relationship. I want to quickly talk about premeditated cheating because it's one of those things that I just don't understand. I don't understand how anyone as a human being can think about it, plan it, and go through with it. It is genuinely baffling to me, and it has happened to me. It was a very long time ago now. I was with him on and off for 2 years, between the ages of 14 and 16. I don't want to get too personal because I don't particularly want to put my entire life on the internet. And I also don't know who's going to watch these videos, and I don't want to call anything out. So we'll call this guy Dave, and me and Dave were on and off for about 2 years. And in those 2 years, I'd say that at some point in those 2 years, 32 different occasions, there was another person involved when they shouldn't have been involved, is the only way that I can really explain it. And I think a lot of the time, he planned it and he had the intention of doing it, and I don't understand it. I don't get it. If anybody knows, then please let me know in the comments below, but I honestly don't get it. It's so mentally crushing. But at the same time, I know that I obviously wasn't doing something that he needed. Maybe I wasn't giving him enough, maybe I wasn't paying enough attention, I don't know. I've never spoken to him about it because I don't want to know at this point, it's been too long. But to some capacity, I do believe that there were points in those 2 years where he probably did sit and think, like, I need to stop doing this. The main thing that I want to get across to people, and I know that everybody says this, trust me, I am so aware that probably all of your friends and your family, if you've ever been cheated on, they all say to you, leave. I want to talk about that for a second, because I think that people leave for the wrong reasons, and I think people stay for the wrong reasons. When I cheated on Simon, I think that's what we called him, I don't remember now. When I cheated on Simon, I remember sitting with him and I remember saying to him, don't stay with me because you love me, because it's not a good enough reason to stay with me. And unfortunately, that message went completely unheard. And like I said, it did destroy our relationship. It was never the same afterwards. So if you do want to stay with someone after they've cheated on you, one thing that I will say is don't stay because you love them, because it will wear off at some point. It sounds awful to say, but honestly, you will get over it and them at some point. and my camera cut off for some reason. So if you have ever cheated on someone and maybe they stayed with you, or if you just cheated on someone and you're currently begging them to stay with you, the one piece of advice I can give to you, and again, I completely went against my own advice 18 months ago, but assuming that you've told the person that you cheated on them, the most important thing that you can do is not stay together initially. And I don't necessarily mean break up, I mean literally don't be in the same room with each other. Give yourselves time to think about it and to process it, and then maybe reconvene in like a week. Sit and think about it. Sit and think about why you did it, what happened, what you should do next, and what you want. What is it exactly that you want? Because too many times have I been in a situation where I felt like I couldn't leave, and because I'd already hurt that person enough, I thought I can't cheat on you, beg you to stay with me, and then leave you. Like, I'm not that sort of person. However, these days, 100% I would. If I'm not happy, these days I wouldn't cheat, to be fair. I've understood the importance of communication in a relationship. If I'm not happy and I don't talk to you about it and I do cheat on you, there's no way that I'm going to let you latch on to me for as long as possible and say like, no, we need to sit and talk about this. And I'll be like, no, we don't. Right now we don't. Let's take a beat, let's take a week, let's take a few days to process what's happened here. Don't make decisions instantly, don't make irrational choices, and like I said, don't stay with someone purely because you love them. There has to be a better reason than that. You will either end up breaking up anyway, you will never trust them again, because why would you? And it will only harm your relationship in the long run. I don't know, maybe you want to put in some kind of policy and say like, okay, we'll stay together, we'll see if we can work this out. If you do it again, you're gone. Or we'll see how it goes for a few months and we'll see if I can deal with it and we'll see if I can get over it, and if I can't, then we'll part ways. The last thing that I'll suggest that you guys don't do is let your friends tell you what they do, or ask your friends, what would you do in my situation? It's a very cowardly thing to do. It's your own decision, it's your choice. You don't get to use other people to make the decision for you. And it won't actually benefit you at all. By all means, talk to them. Like, obviously, if you've got a friend and you think, I need someone to talk to about, I need to just talk at someone while I get all of this out and I figure it out, but just like talk to someone that can just listen for a bit and maybe help me make sense of all of this, but never let someone tell you what to do in that situation. I just hope that this video gives you some kind of perspective and some more information on what to do in those situations, because I know that these days it's happening more and more often. I don't think I know anyone that hasn't either been cheated on or cheated, which is pretty crappy of our generation. So well done, millennials. The last thing I'll say is, if you are not happy in your relationship, do not cheat. It's not the solution, it's the coward's way out of any problem. If you are not happy, try and fix it. And if you can't fix it, then it's time for you to let them go. Like, you need to talk to the person that you're with, explain your concerns, explain why you feel the way that you do. Even if you open I've done this and it was actually very beneficial. Even if you open a conversation by saying, we need to talk, I'm not happy, and last week I felt like cheating on you. I think that's pretty much the end of the video. Quick recap, there are two types of cheating, remember this. There is premeditated, there is spontaneous. No one is ever blameless when it comes to cheating. You should take the time to think, to talk to the other person and sort out what could have been done differently to prevent the situation from happening. And finally, just don't cheat on people. It's such a dick thing to do. So I'm hoping this helps you guys. That is the end of the video. Please subscribe to me, put on your post notifications so that you never miss a video that I upload. I upload on Tuesdays and Fridays. Make sure that you like this video if you did enjoy it, or if I helped you in any way. Let me know that you want me to do the mini series of it. This is just obviously the opener. This is the first one of its kind on my channel. So let me know that you want another one. Leave me a comment on what you think. Let me know, do you think that you should stay with someone if they cheat on you? Do you think there's certain conditions that are in place that determine whether you should stay with someone? Am I wrong? By all means, start a conversation with me in the comments below. Make sure that you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, because I sometimes post on there. Not very often, but I sometimes do. I will be here until you tell me not to be. I'm probably still after that. And I'll see you guys later.